The story of the Cooperative Trust really is grounded in research. 16 years ago, Filene had its first gathering on a very important issue that was emerging for the future of credit unions, and it was the demographic of young adults. The average age of the credit union member had gone up to 47. This was one of the first times this had happened in the credit union industry, and it was gathering people on insights on how to move this important issue forward. And we retained Brent to say, how do we actually move these important issues from research into impact and change to help manifest the transformation the credit union space was looking for. And Brent, without rules, chasing squirrels, he brought us the crash, which evolved into the Cooperative Trust.
One of the moments that I will never forget is in one of the main stage sort of keynote talks that was being given by Gigi Highland, who at the time was on the board of NCUA. And in the middle of her talk, she stops and says, I want everybody to look at this group in the back of the room, the crashers. And she said, CEOs, pay attention. This group is the future of the credit union system. That moment captured the willingness of many credit union leaders into future years to really mentor and guide the group forward. It was a really powerful moment.
The Cooperative Trust is a network that's grown exponentially over the last 6 years. We started off with a team of sort of 10 to 15 people, and we're now a network of almost 1,400 young credit union professionals across North America, Australia, the United Kingdom, and other places around the world. So it's just this incredible network of people coming together.
This is a way to identify people that are within the system that have tons of potential, tons of passion, most importantly, and it gives them a path forward to understanding, oh, you know, hey, I met the CEO of the National Trade Association, or I met the head of lending for a multi-billion-dollar institution. That's my goal, that's where I want to go to, that's how I want to get there. And this is a network that allows people to kind of understand, okay, this is the path in which I'm going to get to this goal that I previously didn't have before being involved in the Cooperative Trust.
We have been very lucky to have a number of organizations that have contributed to ensure that the crashes occur. So Credit Union National Association, Community Mutual Group, some of the leagues, most recently Visa. And what's fantastic is we've learned from our research how important it is not only to have young adult members to sustain credit unions, but young adult talent. And it's fantastic to see these organizations coming up and wanting to support these efforts to ensure that we do have sustainability into the future.
Community Mutual's been a long-time supporter of the Crashers event. We're thrilled to be associated with the Cooperative Trust, and I think it's an absolutely outstanding effort because it really supplies the next generation of leaders in the credit union industry. So the ability to create and foster this trust is really critical to how we grow the industry moving forward.
It's something that I take as a huge priority to interact with them, to listen to them, visit with them, and I just think it's worthy of everyone's support and attention when you run into a crasher and have a chance to talk to them about why they're at the GAC and maybe what they could do to enhance the experience there.
During our first crash, I think that was the #1 thing we came away with, going, what do we want to change, what do we want to do when we go back? And it was start a mentoring program and start connecting some of these young professionals to more involved and seasoned industry professionals so we can really start that knowledge transfer. This industry is only going to survive if we get enough impassioned, smart, young people involved at an early age.
When you come back from these events, the amount of work and things that you do and what you push out and what you want to do when you get back is just magnified by 100. So if you were already excited about the movement, you were already excited about what you were doing, you come back and you just want to run as fast as you can at 100 miles per hour. So it definitely helped me get to where I am today.
For me, I really feel that it helped me gain relationships with vendors that I knew I would eventually be dealing with, and so those relationships started a lot sooner because we were able to have these intimate conversations at a lot of these crash events that helped me garner a lot of trust in these people before I even got to the point where we were signing contracts with them.
I've become really involved in the state legislature and trying to propel advocacy within that. So my part of the GAC I drew the most from was getting to know the people who are making the laws and how can we influence them and how can we learn more about that process.
I talked to a bunch of people from other states and realized that there are YP programs for credit union professionals in other states like Wisconsin. So we started Climb Idaho with a group of about 10 people from different credit unions and officially organized as a group. And since then, we've had about 100 members or so. And we've had 2 crash events in our local annual Idaho Credit Union League Conference. Now I have these people who never had the opportunity before, and they get part of the climb, they come to a crash, and all of a sudden they're engaged and they want to do it as well. So it's really starting to take off.
I became a crasher in 2010. I was a CFO at Missoula Credit Union at the time, and I wanted to be involved in an organization that really fostered that youth and fostered that new way of thinking in the credit union industry. It has ignited the sense of purpose and has ignited the sense of why we exist in the first place. We're in a phase right now where there's going to be a lot of turnover of leaders, and I see the Cooperative Trust really engaging the individuals under 35 to have that sense of self and have that sense of purpose, because what got us here isn't going to get us there. I see tremendous growth, and I think the industry is very strong because of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National Credit Union Foundation is proud to honor the Cooperative Trust from the Filene Research Institute with the 2017 Herb Wegner Memorial Award for Outstanding Program.